And also, some of you may have noticed, RJ! Hi, my name's Hazel, and I start my day by vacuuming my bed. Hello! It's been 2 weeks since my last long video. Apologies for that. I had my birthday 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to do it. I was too busy on the weekend, and then I forgot to do it on the Monday and the Tuesday, and by that point I was just like, I'll just combine the 2 weeks. And then I got busy on the weekend again. So we're here today, and we're doing it. So, 2 weeks in one. Let's just crack on, shall we? So I have been enjoying all sorts of hydration over the last 2 weeks, not just water. Which has been lovely. I've had juice and a smoothie and soft drink. These are all things that are not necessarily good for the histamine diet, which I'll get onto, but I'm still fine with the 1.5. I'm not always hitting 1.5 liters of fluid in a day. I still think I'm probably closer to 1.3. But I don't think I've ever gone over 1.5. Maybe one day when I was doing a lot of cleaning and preparing for having people over. I think that day I was just like, look, if I go over, I go over. I'm not gonna, just drink as much as I want, but I was also like, I'm not gonna try and limit myself too much. So yeah, that one is still going pretty well. I do still have those moments where I'm out and about and I see someone with like an iced tea or a large coffee or something, and I'm like, man, I'd love to just have one of those as my liquid, or like an addition to my liquid, but I can't because it's just way too much. It's just way too much. So those moments definitely are still there and exist, but again, I just let myself have the moment. I don't linger on it, and yeah, this is how we're living. So sleep is a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. It just is. Some nights are good, some nights are bad. I was really itchy last night. I don't think I've been asleep before 10 o'clock in a couple of weeks. All it takes is one night to throw you off and you're back to like square one. Which is hard. Even if it's not a social thing, there are some nights where I just don't sleep before 10 o'clock or before 11 o'clock, because that's just life, baby. So yeah, that is what it is. I am still doing the routine though. I'm still gets to 8:30, time for bed, and I go and read for an hour, and I love it. I'm honestly loving reading again. It's fantastic. I have read a book that was like this thick, which I haven't done in a very long time, and I got through it in about 3 weeks, which was pretty incredible. I've now moved on to, there is a second one which I do have, but I decided I wanted a bit of a palate cleanser because it was pretty intense. I don't know that this one is going to be any less intense, just in a different way, but it's a different genre, so palate cleanser? But yeah, otherwise, the quality of sleep is... I am finding that I am back to sleeping a bit longer in the morning than I otherwise was. I do think that is partially because of the lateness of falling asleep and the waking up because I'm itchy. But also because it's winter and it's cold and I want to stay in bed. So, yeah. But otherwise, it's not detrimental, it's not bad. I'm not sleeping. So that's still good. Still good. Exercise, after working up to it, has taken a little bit of a backseat, I'm not gonna lie. I again, I'm still active, I'm just not intentionally exercising, and I do still feel it in my body when I don't do it, so I just need to kind of grin and bear it, I think. Suck it up and just do it. That's all I can do. I really don't like exercising when I'm menstruating. I just don't. It's a whole other level of uncomfortable. I don't enjoy it. Like, I don't enjoy exercise anyway, but like, this is a whole other. I don't enjoy it. Don't wanna, not gonna. So, don't wanna, not gonna. So foods over the last 2 weeks have been a mix of mostly low histamine friendly and not. Like I said before, I was having like soft drinks and some juices that were not necessarily from Hazel safe ingredients. But it's fine. As I've said previously on the NMT, you can eat whatever you want, so it doesn't really impact too much. I will say though that I do think there is something, I think I've mentioned this before, but I have like further proof, further evidence that there is something to the histamine diet for me specifically, because I was cleaning out my walk-in wardrobe, which I affectionately name the Void, because it just became a place of like, I'll just chuck this in here. There's nowhere else to put it, just chuck it in there. And so I cleared all of that out, which is normally a very dusty affair. It was a very dusty affair. There's no normally about it. But normally what it is a very sneezy affair. Normally I'm in Sneeze Town and runny nose and itchy eyes and everything, and that didn't happen. So my hands got a bit itchy after a few hours, and I just ran them under some cold water and dabbed them off, and they weren't itchy for a very long time, which was incredible. I loved the fact that they just calmed down, and I wasn't a sneezing, runny nose mess. So if you do have allergies, I would look into the low histamine stuff and see what happens, because like, I am still got a bit of a runny nose and things. Again, it's winter, so I'd be curious to see what happens in non-winter time. But I also have seasonal allergies, and there's always something in the air, so... Anyway, but I will be curious to see, when I get through the other side of the TSW, what happens with my skin on the low histamine diet, because it's clearly doing something somewhere in my body. So that will be very interesting to see what happens there. Overall, my skin is in a really good spot right now. The light's kind of blocking it, but you can see this side of my face is very smooth. There's a little bit of dryness here, but this bit is very smooth. The other side, like, you can kind of see the difference. It's dry, but it's soft. Like, it's smooth and soft. This side is soft, but you can still see where like the dry patches are. I got a little bit here, a little bit here. And my eyes are looking really good. My arms and my legs they're irritated, but they're not bad. And it's really great. My lips are looking normal, which is fantastic. And again, I don't know if this is just we're in the good part of the cycle, and this time next week I'll look like I'm in the bad part of the cycle, or if this is just part of the process. I mean, we're in week... This is technically week 9, so what, 5 days? I mean, I'm close to 60 days. This might be day 60. No. Please hold. I did the math. Today is day 58. So not quite to day 60, but I'm close to 60 days. They do reckon that at 90 days you start to see some real more kind of permanent improvement. So not like the whole body, but like your patches start to reduce. So that will be interesting to see. So it's 60 days. I'm basically 60 days. I'm pretty chuffed. I am, again, like, it's hard because it's like you have to keep your positive mindset, which I do. But on the other hand, I'm like, I know this is good now. When is it gonna not be? When is it gonna start to go bad again? Which you shouldn't think about, but it's like an inevitability, especially when you've had this condition your whole life, and it does go through good and bad phases, and you kind of know that it's a part of it. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I was saying to someone the other day, it's a bit hard at the moment because there aren't really any kind of other milestone things to hit to like kind of keep you motivated. Like when I first started, I knew that after 4 weeks I could up my water intake, and I knew that I was working up to an hour of exercise every day, whereas I've hit that hour of exercise, I've hit that 1.5 liters of fluid. What's next? There isn't really anything that's next. The only thing I could really think of doing was that at the 90-day mark, I could start introducing more regular showers and see what that does. Because at the moment, I'm only showering once a week, which is great because I hate showering. So it's fine for me to keep doing that. But I'm thinking that's kind of like, well, that's the next stage, right? Is like to reintroduce moisture. So we can try that. But yeah, it's so it's kind of hard to keep the motivation going. Like I can feel myself starting to slip in some habits, like my food habits. I can feel myself kind of starting to slip a little bit, and I have to remind myself that yes, it is a little bland and a little boring, but remember why you're doing it. And also, some of you may have noticed, hair change! So, yes, as I mentioned, I am only showering once a week, and do you mind? And I am not washing my hair, like, at all. Before I did this, the last time I washed my hair would have been close to 2 months ago. And so I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna put some color back in my hair. I haven't colored my hair, like even a natural color, in 2 years. And I can't use all of the color preserving shampoos and conditioners and things. So if I'm not washing my hair and I'm not working in a pool, let's put some color in and it will stay there. So this is phase 2. Phase 1 was the color. Phase 2 was getting it cut. Phase 3 is putting in some actual color. So it's not going to stay this yellowy kind of tone. So that is exciting, being able to do that and to feel a bit more me again with my hair, because it's been a long time and I've always thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's just going to be fun to do. So maybe by the next video I will have some more color in my hair. Hooray! Alright, I will leave it there because I was rambling at some point and I think I cut all of that out because it was just rambling. But I will update you as to week 9. Or maybe I will just do fortnightly videos at this stage, because there's really not much in each week to really kind of update on, I guess. Unless there's any particular kind of video that you guys want to see, drop it in the comments, tell me, and I will tell you. Whether it's what I eat in a day, which I don't really want to do, but I'll do one. Or it could be just how my day goes. From vacuuming in the morning, to changing my sheets, to this is my snacks, and this is my exercise, and, you know, all that kind of jazz. So, up to you, but I will just keep trundling, and you guys will keep trundling, and remember, whatever you're going through, you're not going through it alone. We're in it together.